I got one of these, actually I have several of these boxes from Harbor Freight, and I wanted to show an issue. I'm going to try and fix it, but yeah, cheap product, cheap quality. First of all, the lid's wonky, but the reason I think the lid's wonky is this right here. You see these bins? They're warped. You know, they don't sit flat. And these lid pieces try to go around them. Well, that meant that this was being puffed up because it couldn't go down over the two bins because the bins are weirded out. So what I'm going to do is use a little bit of heat persuasion and try and soften these bins and straighten the sides back up. We'll see if it works. I'm not going to bore you showing you that part, but I'll bring you back when I'm done. All right, I've been at this a while, playing about 15 minutes, and even though these look like they straighten up when you heat them, when they cool down, they shrink, and so it bends back inward. They kind of collapse in on themselves. I even put some stuff inside of it to hold it open, let it cool, but a few minutes later, it's back to where it was. Now, these little cross members are mismatched all over the place, especially in the back here, and that causes these poor hinges to not even align and to deform. And you'll see there's a gap right here. That's because this is being held up by these, but the whole lid's deformed now. So, also noticed that they use stickers on here that are those difficult to remove ones. Yeah, you can spray them with WD-40 or Goo Gone or stuff like that and let it set for a while and come back and scrape at it. But it's got like a plastic coating on the top, which means none of that stuff soaks in until you get it like this. So if you want to remove the stickers and be able to see your actual parts inside, you're an hour taking these stickers off. Got up to the front here. Notice this. This handle's coming apart, won't stay together. Plus it's sharp in here. All in all, learned my lesson. These were on sale. These are normally, I don't know, 15 bucks or something like that. And I think they were like 11 at Harbor Freight. So I ordered a couple of them. That's garbage money, you know. So I'm not going to use those. See, what I got is, I got these screws from Amazon, and they don't even fit in this box. And, you know, it's the same thing with this. It's so flimsy and everything that if I could get them all to fit in there and I closed it, they would transfer from space to space. So what's the cure for that? I've got several of these. I'm going to order another one. I think these have an easy to remove sticker, but I'm not actually sure. Let's see. Yeah, I can remove that sticker. I'm going to leave it on there for right now just so I have the model number. But these have movable dividers. The dividers have little, let's put one out over here. It's not on anything. The dividers are like triangular shaped. I don't know if you can see that or not, if it's blurry in the video. But what that does is, this groove is triangular shaped, so it literally locks into place. I can put that in there, and if I were to pull on it straight, it would pull the wall rather than come out. So that's really good. That is, if you get it in there. So these don't fall out, number one. Number two, they have a nice flat spot on top that either touches or comes very, very close to touching the lid when it's down. If you put some thin washers, I'm talking about washers for 832s or like 5mm bolts in there, and then you were to flip it upside down and shake it, they may slide from compartment to compartment, but nothing else will. Nothing thicker than a washer is going to do that. The lid is much thicker, probably twice as thick a material as the Harbor Freight-O-Matic there. And they give you options. Now this front drawer is always large like this. Of course, they do make a lot of different boxes like this. This is considered a tackle box, you know, for most people. But these other two rows are fully customizable. Now I could, if I spend enough time, I could fix this by 3D printing my own like I did for this drawer. These boxes are absolutely perfect and straight, and they nest. They stick into each other. And I put a spot on them for labels so you can label them. And I even have ones that are divided crossways that you can put stuff in both sides and label it. And some of them don't have labels in the middle. But multiple sizes that I made. This system, it took me a long time to design it, but it works perfectly. I'm going to try to not spill this, but you see the bottom of these is tapered so that they nest into the one below perfectly. I could do that for this box, but the lid and the rest of the thing is just not worth it. If everything was fine except for the inserts, I would do that. I would happily do that. But it's garbage. So, I'm going to stick with the Plano. If you know anything about these boxes, Plano's been around forever. And they just make good stuff. They don't rely on a living hinge, which is a single piece of plastic for the box and the lid. They actually make a real hinge on there. And they have real latches in the front. You know, some of these, like these boxes here, you know, this would be considered like a living hinge. And the latch is just garbage on it. Let's see, is this a living hinge box? No, this has actually got a hinge on the box. But this hinge, it's kind of weird. It won't open past a certain amount, which I don't care about, because as soon as I empty these into a new box, oh, there it goes. But as soon as I empty these into a new box, that box is going in the trash, because it's worse than the Harbor Freight one. So, oh, by the way, one other thing about this one. Oh, there we go. Spill them all out. Is this lid doesn't open up all the way. This is it. And it's designed that way because it's got these little stops on the back. Don't really know why they did that. Most of the boxes I've seen that are this size, jar boxes, open up all the way so that it can like lay out and flat instead of like hanging there in midair. But I don't know. I don't care. It's garbage. It's going in the trash. They even made it look like it had a place to lock it, but it's just malformed. And even if you did put a decent micro-sized lock on that, you could pull it and break it probably. So, as you can tell, I'm not happy with the Harbor Freight boxes. I didn't think they would be great, but I thought they'd be at least usable, but they're not. That's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Anything that you say in the comments is good for me because it helps out with the YouTube and all of that. So Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.